Cancer, welcome to your Astroflower reading going from the 21st to the 26th of funny February. And boy, has it been a funny February. But don't worry, we're walking into magical March because March is going to be absolutely amazing. This is going to be a reading into your chakras, your aura, and then we're going to be finishing off with a weekly tarot reading for you. So without further ado, let's just get straight in there. We have been doing masterclasses on this channel about energy. There is being a playlist at the end of this reading. Let's just see what's going on with your root chakra here. There's definitely like a path being auto-defined for you. It's as if you don't have to put a lot of work into it, which could be frustrating. Because it may give you the sensation that you're being dictated by the outside world. But in a way, I think it's good for you. It's going to help to sort of give you direction, give you purpose in where you're going and stuff like that. On the relationship side, there seems to be, it's still not 100% settled for you, as it were. And there's still movement to be made on that sort of front. Let's just see what's going on in your sacrum here. And everyone's been getting this, and it seems like that as well. There's a slight differentiation between your pleasure and your work side. Nothing really, but I would say it's in harmonious. It is in balance. But there is a slight more on the paperwork side, on business and administration, and the desire to get things done and moving on and stuff like that. But it does seem very mechanical, very much within your scope, within your grasp, and you can definitely do it. It's not causing you too much stress either, because of that balance. You will have social activities that's going on in your life as well. It won't be the non-stop party. That's not what I'm saying here, but there's a good balance between the work and the play ethic that's going on. On your solar plexus and your heart chakra, we were talking about the fusing between those sort of chakras, and I do believe that's to do with the overall outside energy and its effects upon us collectively. But here we're going to try and sort of drill down into specifics on your solar plexus and bypass that sort of fusing thing, because I can still see it. I just need to sort of because this is now a personal reading for you, Scorpio, Cancer. What is going on? Taurus and Scorpio. Are you connected with the Taurus and Scorpio? If you are, then obviously this section here might be really interesting to you. But that's a slip of my tongue, as it were. Okay, so. The plexus solus, this is very similar to Capricorn, actually. And if you've got Capricorn in your chart and everything like that, I'll go and have a look at that as well, because this is a very similar sort of situation. The solar plexus is really, it's nicely charged. It's got a lot of energy. It's not out there. It's inside. It's contained. It's very calm. It's got a huge amounts of potential, which, funnily enough, so did Taurus and Scorpio have. That's quite funny. They had a similar sort of situation going on here, but it's very much more same as connected to Capricorn as far as I can see. But at the base, there's this missing thing. There's this. It's like the rest of it is nice and lovely and well formed, but at the base it's like, oh look, it's all very thin and crystallized, and it's nice, it's lovely, but what it's not doing is it doesn't seem to be connecting to your righteous path, your raison d'etre. Let's just go through the other chakras here. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, so there's a definite reconfiguration of the heart here. So the heart is it's like a fan. So you get a fan going out the front of you, and there's like a little fan out the back, which is the back end of the chakra, and they got the pinch point or the the pinch point or the inversion point that goes between the front and the back. And as we follow the petals out the front here, so as we go out the front, you've got these you've got the 4, 5, and 6 sort of petals on both sides, really pushing it out there. So it's almost as if you're sort of saying, I've played the game. I've been a little bit conservative in the way I approach life. I don't necessarily, I put it out there, but not too much, and etc. So, I do things, but I don't go for it hell for leather, as it were. And it's almost as if to sort of saying, now I want the connections. Now I want to strip that away and go hell for leather with my pleasure in life. That's what it seems like. And it seems to be across all boards, but very, not just within one-to-one relationships. It's also within family and friends, community. You want things to be clear in a way. You want to connect with people who just seem to be on the same vibe as you. That's the main thing. The same thing within your business world as well. There seems to be a case here of kind of going, I've done a certain job. I've done that job incredibly well, but it's not as innovative that I'd like it to be. It's not as if it's not as vibrant as I want it to be and stuff like that. So there is a desire within your heart for things to change, to live life in a different sort of way in a certain respect. We'll come back to that and we'll have a good look at that. Let's just see what's going on in your third eye and your throat chakra. See, that reflects the sacrum as well. Very well balanced. There's a little bit more going off on the third eye than the throat, but that's very natural. It's a very harmonious, at rest sort of thing for the chakra. And I don't think you're being troubled by your thoughts. I think you realize what you want. And it's a case of putting into practice how you get it. And we'll come back and see that solar plexus, because I think that has a lot to do with that. Let's just see what's going on in your crown chakra. This is really well formed as well. It has a little bit of introspective side to it. So it's very well formed. You know what you want, and it's almost as if you're sort of saying, why am I not getting that? I put it out to the universe. This is what I want. I've been very clear with myself, very clear with the universe. I put in the work that I need to put in. I've made the connections that I need to connect. What else am I not doing in order for it to take off? That seems to be that sort of aspect there. And you seem to be beating yourself up a little bit about it, as if to say, I'm not worthy of doing it. I don't think that's right. I think you're being hard upon yourself there. I think it's more of a case that maybe the world's not ready or the world's not worthy. I think it's more sort of that sort of scenario. Let's just have a look at this heart a little bit. Let's just see what's going on here. Okay, so you're really putting out a lot of light through your heart at the moment, making it very zippy. It's easygoing, it's fun loving. It's fun loving. It's vibrant. And because it's producing this light, it's almost as if you're sort of, you're calling people into your life at the same time. As much as you're sort of, you're open and looking around and looking for the connection with other people that are around you that make you go, yeah, sort of thing. That light, you're trying to attract the similar sort of thing, similar sort of attitudes from the people that are around you. And that's really, really nice. It's not precise. So you're not sort of saying, I need them to be 6'2", brown hair, blue eyes. I'm not 6'2" though. That sort of thing. There's no specifics about it. It's more down to the vibe. It's more down to I want to feel this other person or these other people. I want to feel at ease with these other people. That I can laugh and also disagree without it being a problem. You know, I think it's that's the sort of attitude that you're putting out through your heart. Let's just have a look at your solar plexus. Let's just step it up there. I'm going to bring it up and build it up a little bit and make it larger because I want to see the connection. So it's all the connections around it. And this comes into play with I'm not worthy. Let's just see how it's connecting to the vertical energy as it goes up. You're very independent, Cancer, like Capricorn as well, like most sort of, it's got to be said, like cardinal signs, because cardinal signs tend to be heading off in a direction and to explore things and forget that there's loads of other people that they're leaving behind them. So, you know, they tend to be very independent. And that independency is not the order of the day anymore. I think you need to bring a little bit more of your heart into your stomach. And I think you need to start loving yourself. You know, loving yourself in a way that sort of kind of saying what I'm doing in life and I want to love what I'm doing. That's what I mean about loving yourself. I don't mean kind of going, oh yeah, you're so lovely, Cancer. Oh yeah, I love you very much. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is kind of saying, you know, I do this job, it's great, but at the same time, it's very repetitive and it's not very evolutionary. It doesn't stimulate me enough. And you might as well kind of go, and then you kind of, you know, now you see another job and you kind of go, oh yeah, it's got movement in it. There seems to be very progressive and everything like that. And that's going to spark that sort of thing within inside your solar plexus. It's going to make your fire just go, yeah, let's get it on, sort of thing. You know, within your life and get that sort of passion going on. Just talking about it's making me really passionate. That's brilliant. So you need that within you. So stop being so hard on yourself. Stop whacking yourself over the head. It's not your fault. It's nobody's fault at the moment. You know, the energy is inverting. We're going through that pole shift. It can be very confusing for a lot of people for a lot of time. But Magical March is certainly going to put a lot of clarity on things after this funny February of shooting things out of the skies. Mad train derailments and, you know, ecological purpose-built disasters. You know, it is funny February at the end of the day. So I would, you know, I think this connection that you're doing with the outside world of bringing people into your life will help to ignite that fire, will help to open that opportunity in your life. And I think it's to do with your material side rather than your physical side, to be honest. You know, your job, your position, your house, that sort of thing rather than everything else. Because within your heart chakra, it's not pointed in one thing. So you're not looking for your twin flame. That's you know you may well be with your twin flame, so that's why you're not looking for it, or you know your twin flame, or you know, or you know that person that you should be with, or you know it's going to happen even if you've not met them yet. There's a certain security in that knowledge within you. So you're not really looking for that, but what you are looking for is for your heart to be, you know, in a very light and buoyant way where you can connect with people that are around you. And for that, you're going to need that passion of that solar plexus to kick in. Otherwise, it's just surface stuff. Okay, so I would really keep an eye on coincidences around you, opportunities around you in the world in order to stimulate your passions, basically. And that could be within your relationships as much as within your material world. Okay, let's just go through your aura. Let's just see what's going on there. I've just got to put that, force of habit, put that solar plexus back. Don't want to have your solar plexus in the wrong way. You know what I mean? That would really F everything up, wouldn't it? You know. But, well, I tell you what, the pole shift is going to do that, don't worry. Let's just see, or it's doing that already. Let's just see what's going on your aura here, yeah, it's not that you're imposing on the world at all. I think you're looking for you on your energy. You've got this like a bulge around this sort of section here, which could sometimes that can depict sort of overthinking and stuff like that, but that doesn't equate with the energy structure of your aura there. What it's talking about here is more sort of almost like a stimulation that you're putting out there in the world. Like it's almost like you're telling a joke. Let's say you go on a date or you meet up with some people and everything like that, and you tell a joke and you notice the reaction to the joke in order to gauge the sort of person that you got in front of you. That's what it's sort of set up at the moment, your aura. It's almost as if you're going towards people, but without... you're going towards people, but you're not necessarily... having to, put in the work to sort of make those connections. Those connections are being made, but you're almost sort of kind of saying, look, I just want people that are on the same level as I am in a way. But you're setting the criteria for that level, just within the actions that you do. That's the engagement that you have in the world around you. Let's just see what's going on and see if there's anything else there. Because the rest of it is really nice. There's no internal conflict in a way. I don't think there's no sort of conflict with other people. There doesn't seem to be any sort of like parasites attached to you. So you're not parasited by life. And if you are, you're just walking away from it. It's not a real problem. But I think it's more sort of like you're putting out energy there to sort of see the corresponding energy that sort of that it attracts with you, and that's a really nice thing to do. I think it's really beautiful. It's without judgment as well. It's not sort of saying, oh, you didn't get that joke in a nice way, therefore you're not a very nice person. It's not that at all. It's just a case of sort of saying, okay, you're not on my humour level, so therefore it's going to be difficult to have a relationship with you, or I've got to have a different type of relationship with you to take that in consideration. It's all very nice, actually, to be honest. Let's just see what's going on with your tarots for this week here. We've been doing these energy masterclasses as well on this channel, and I will be doing more and more of them. It's just sort of like information coming out from my last 30 years of healing through the karmic path, through the karmic block as well, the raison d'etre of being here and everything like that. Okay, so you'll find that on this channel as well. So let's just get into your reading here. So let's just see. This is for Cancer for that week here. There was a definite flip on a card there, wasn't there? No, it's me seeing things. So this week here, the overall energy was that the card that flipped out? Okay, I'm taking that. Overall energy, Queen of Swords, know what you're doing, very clear thinking, heading off in a direction, setting course for something, having the universe at your back, but it's also a bit of a celebration, connecting with other people. This is what I was talking about. It's very clear how you are putting out energies in a way to connect with people that are around you, or connect with people full stop. They don't necessarily have to be around you, but it's almost like a celebration of consciousness, celebration of your connection with people that really that correspond to you, basically. That's what it seems to be like, a real watershed moment. And I think once you make that connection, that's what's going to feed that solar plexus. Hangman, on your relationship side, looking at things in a different way. This is that whole telling of a joke and seeing how people react to it, basically. It's that sort of thing. I wouldn't say not caring, because you're very caring, Cancer. You're very conscious about what you say, what you do, and stuff like that in front of people. And here it's sort of saying, throw caution to the wind. Say and do what you feel. The universe here, this is on your relationship side, and this is the end of something that's been quite painful. I think this is an end of a long cycle, and I'm not sure it was a a cycle that was, I don't think it's necessarily a relationship. Could well be, but it could be a long-term relationship. So it's the end of living together with someone. It's the end of that family home in a way, that sort of thing. A very painful experience, but it's a long-term thing that's coming to an end, and it is coming to an end. And the universe is putting juncture on it. It's almost as the universe is sort of saying, and now it's finished. Move on. Sort of thing. It's really quite nice. And this is what's going to force you to look at things in a different way. Fame and fortune. Well, maybe not fame and fortune. Maybe I shouldn't have said that, but because this is on the relationship side. But this is, I think you're going to stimulate a lot of people's interest within you because you've been through this difficult time and you've managed to let go of it now, and now you're moving on. And as you do move on, see things in a different way and very much opened up. This is that whole sort of crown chakra that I was saying about. It is opening up. It's trying to feed the heart as much as it is. But when you put that light on yourself, make sure that light comes from outside. Don't start shining it on yourself, because you could pick yourself apart in no time. Like we all can. We can all pick ourselves apart in no time. So here, I think, is the guides, because this is what your guides are doing. They're bringing in connections with other people, and it's recognizing. And this is where you're going to have this bit of a glow up moment, where you're going to be a little bit popular in the sense that you're going to know what people correspond to you. So then, therefore, you're going to be connecting with people, and you're going to be very bubbly and everything like that. And that's what people are going to see. So you may get people coming up to you and wanting to be with you, but they don't correspond to you. But then that's the attention you're tracking. You're tracking a lot of attention from multitude of groups around you. Lovers. You could well be falling in love. You could be, it could well happen. I don't think you're asking for it. That's the funny thing. I don't think you're saying, this is what, I at all costs, I want the ultimate lover or the ultimate partner. I don't think it's that, because obviously a lot of you are going to be in a partnership, and there is some of you who aren't. But I think it's falling in love, and this is the conversation. This is how the guides are influencing the conversation is in you. And I think they're sort of kind of going, this is great. This is falling in love with your life and your connections with other people. I think that is mainly it. Financial sort of side, the moment you realise that you're after something a little bit more stimulating and everything like that, and you kind of turn around and say, I'm done and dusted with this and I'm moving on, your karmic path is to move quickly, make quick decisions. If you hold out, say like if you got a deal, and you could make say like 5,000 on the deal, and because this is to do with the material side. And the thing is, you can kind of say, well, if I hold out a little bit, if I push a little bit, I can get 6,000. Great, you get 6,000. You get another 1,000 more than what you thought. But the thing is, the time and effort that you've invested in that, you've missed an opportunity going past that you could have got 10,000 out of. And if you just accepted the 5,000, you would have made 5,000. Absolutely brilliant. And you would have then been free to kind of go, and I'll take that 10. This is where you got to be a little bit. Sometimes it's it's good to just take the money and run in a way. I think that's a little bit like that. And it's not that spirit, but it's that sort of function that you need to do. You've got nothing but queens going on, obviously, with the Queen of Cups here. This is where the universe is trying to encourage you to engage in the material world, which corresponds to your passions, your enjoyment, your stimulation of you, because it's going to stimulate everything that is around you. It's going to be a knock-on effect. When you pulsate your light of energy, obviously that light is going to go out into the universe. And it's going to keep going out and keep going very far. You know what I mean? And this is because you're being stimulated. Your light is going to be, bringing like moths to the flame in a way. Look at that! You got 3 queens. Obviously, this is not gender orientated at all. But this is how you guys are trying to help you concentrate on the here and now. I'll tell you what, on your financial side, this could be a real humdinger of a week. If there was a real serious realization and you ignite that solar plexus, you're going to kick backsides all over the place. You're going to do really, really well. And your guys here, and this is where you guys are helping out in the concentration on the here and now. If you do concentrate on the here and now, you're going to produce, you're just drawing in. This is what I was saying about the Six of Wands as well. You're drawing in all these flames here, all this light to you because you're concentrating on the things that make you go, yeah, love that sort of thing. You know, you end up doing what you do best. That's the whole idea there. But you've got 3 queens, and on this side, because we've managed to pick out the 3 of cups on that side, I think there's a real turnaround of events. If you really positioned yourself nicely, it's a real turnaround of events. The 2 of Wands is choice. So basically, with this increase of attention, increase of financial gain even, and stuff like that, it could definitely well be connected to that. Status or new job or, that sort of thing. With all of that, there is going to be this sort of planning that's coming in, sort of saying, well, with that, what can I do? Where can I go? What new aspects of life can I explore? And that's what it seems to be about. You have the world at your feet at the moment. And I think you're going to realize that within you. Let's just see what goes on going out. You've got 3 queens and now you've got 2 twos. It's all about choices. So you're going to be, it's by the time you come to the end of the week, we're going to clarify that, but by the time you come to the end of the week, it's almost, you're going to know what you need to concentrate on. It's going to be a week where there's going to be a lot of little things that make you kind of go, oh, right, okay. Yeah, in that case, I need to concentrate on this. If I want this out of my life, this is what I need to concentrate on. So it's specializing or focusing a lot more. And I think this is where you ignite your solar plexus. As I said, I think it comes through the material side rather than the relationship side, but it could do as well come from that side. It's absolutely amazing reading, really. 3 of Wands, which plays off the 2 of Wands. And this is now sort of organizing the comings and goings in your life. This is where you can concentrate on the things that actually are bringing in benefits to you. And also you can send out the things that correspond to those things, basically. You can put the energy into the relationships that correspond to you going forward. And then we got the 7 of... you got the 7 of Wands as well on that side, and it is concentrating about yourself. It could be through conflict. I don't think it is. I think it's through your secure position, and as you're, you are drawing so much attention to yourself that almost that others may sort of, want to knock you off your perch. And I think this is what this 7 of Swords is about. You've got to realise that you've done what you've done, and you need to 7 of Wands, not Swords, sorry. You need to have strength, have faith in yourself, basically, going forward. And then you've got the 7 of Cups, the obvious path to go down. So you've got all these queens, these 2 twos, and now we've got 2 sevens up here as well. Absolutely blinding. And yeah, it's just the connections here is almost as like things are really starting to gel and become crystal clear for you as you go forward. Amazing. Love it, Cancer. Yeah, really do enjoy it. So we will be doing live healings on this channel on Sunday. Not this Sunday. If you're subscribed and you've clicked that bell, you'll get notifications of it. So you can actually sort of ask questions that we can answer through the tarot, or you can ask for a healing session if you said I've got a bad knee or whatever, those sort of things. And we can go into doing live interaction with the people, because I love that. There's nothing better than that. You know, and so yeah, you want to subscribe and click this channel, click the bell for this channel in order to get the notifications on that. Thank you very much for being here with us, Cancer. In the meantime, there's all there left for me to say is don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.